So hello, thanks for joining me on my webinar on Drive Repeat Sales with an app without making the same costly mistakes others have made. So my name is Joyce and I'll be hosting this webinar. First of all, I'd like to say I really appreciate your interest in this topic and also for taking the time off to join me here. So if you have any questions or comments for me during the webinar, please feel free to pop your questions or your comments in the comments box below this webinar. Now, I'm trying out this webinar on this new platform for the first time, so I hope this works. So please do bear with me. Please do let me know if it works as well by popping your comments below. So for giving me your valuable time here on this webinar, I'm going to make a promise to you. I'm going to share with you 3 valuable tips about apps that will help you generate repeat sales for your business. So if you stay tuned till the end of this webinar, there'll also be a special announcement I'd like to make. So do stay tuned to this. Now, before we go on, here's a little bit about myself. I don't normally like to talk a lot about myself, but in this case, in this webinar, I'd like to just mention that I've got 25 years of, more than 25 years actually, of professional services marketing experience, and I've worked with corporate brands and small businesses alike in both Asia and Europe. And together with my technology partner, we design and develop apps, websites with personalization tools. We also provide app marketing consultancy and training as part of the services that we offer. I'm also a regular guest speaker at the City Business Library, and I've created an online course for the Wealth Dragons. I've also been quoted in online publications such as Forbes, ACCA Global, Clutch. I've also written articles for smallbusiness.co.uk and also the Kingston Chamber of Commerce. Now, you may ask, why this webinar? Why am I talking about apps here? Well, here's my story. While building apps for my clients, I was frustrated by the fact that many business owners that I met wanted an app thinking that this would really be the magic pill for them and that the app would solve all their marketing problems, or they would have an app built for them, but it didn't factor in the time that it takes to plan, to launch, and to bring their app to market, or to do any sort of marketing to promote the app. Let me also tell you that a lack of commitment or any organizational buy-in would really mean the difference between failure and success for your app. In fact, the research shows that 40 to 60% of digital transformation projects fail across the board. Now, this is a general figure for industries across the board, whether it's a small business or a large business, but I'm willing to bet that this failure rate is higher in smaller businesses alone. But fear not, if you do get your marketing right, you can avoid this failure altogether. Wikipedia defines digital transformation here as the novel use of digital technology to solve traditional problems. Now, this could mean many things. For example, digital transformation may refer to your business going paperless or reaching a digital business maturity. That is with the people that you employ or you work with in your business. So that's more a cultural change within the organization in adopting technology. Now, I really do want to see digital transformation take place with these businesses and to help them to succeed. And this is therefore my mission to help as many businesses as possible achieve this. And one of the ways I do this is to simply share what I know. And whether it's through my videos, through working hand in hand with clients and their teams, or simply through an online course. I'd like to dispel the great myth here. I very often hear business owners telling me that they can't afford an app without even first discussing what they'd like the app to do for them, or that they must outsource the app development work to some remote team that they don't know anything about in order to try and keep their costs low. There are always going to be risks involved in outsourcing. And one of these risks is that you don't have much control over the whole process. And the work culture of that remote team isn't necessarily aligned with your expectations or your work ethic. The sales team who sold you the app project isn't always involved with the project management or the app design development work. And on the issue of cost, this really depends on your requirements. So the different types of apps in the market today, ranging from cheap and cheerful, do-it-yourself DIY apps to custom-built apps on the other end of the scale, to also apps that are built using a platform with modular native features and using third-party software plugins, which you can easily integrate into the app. Now, for the DIY apps, unless you're an app developer and you have developed good design and marketing skills, I wouldn't suggest building an app yourself. On the other hand, you may not need to hire developers to build something from scratch for you, as this would obviously substantially cost you more money. You'd be surprised to know it may be possible to build a perfectly functional, visually stunning modern app from a platform without spending a lot of money. In fact, you can do this for about the same price as a website built for you using, for example, WordPress platform. But enough of that, really. I'm not here to sell you apps in this webinar. I'm here to share with you some insights on app marketing. So what would you get out of this webinar today, which hopefully will ensure your time is going to be well spent? Well, during this webinar, you'll find out about 2 valuable tips on how you can drive repeat sales with an app. You also learn about 1 real benefit that you get out of apps that you don't get from the websites, from your landing pages, or your social media. And we'll also discuss why apps aren't for every business and how do you really know if it's suitable for your business or not. So in the next few slides, I shall cover each of these topics in turn, so do stay tuned. So tip number 1, don't start with the technology, start with your customer. You may have heard this before. You need to consider the type of customers that you want to attract and the type of customers you already have in your business, and make a decision whether an app would be something your customers would want to use to communicate with you, and if so, how. The customers you already have may or may not be the same as the ones that you want to attract using an app. But in general, it would be helpful if you're able to leverage on your existing customers or your followers, and through them, promote your business to the customers that you actually want to attract via the app. So, for example, golf clubs would typically have a more mature membership base and therefore may want to use an app as a marketing channel to attract the next generation of golfers. So, i.e., they can use the app as a marketing channel to reach the members' children or even their grandchildren, and entice the next generation to participate more in the activities at the golf club. Consider your app audience's demographics. So, for example, what's their age range? What would they want from an app? And how do they access info about your products and services online? Do they access products and services mainly through their PCs or their laptops, or mainly through their smartphones? You can also use your website traffic or your social media statistics as a guide to give you these answers. How do they buy things from you? Is it from your website? And if so, can you make it easier for them to buy from you through an app? You may not have all the answers to this, of course, so it's important to dig just a little deeper and do some research first. Ask your customers and your social media followers. Perhaps that's the best way to start. So you can get first-hand feedback from them through a focus group, or you could simply organize an event where you can, at the event, take the opportunity to ask them these questions, or you could conduct an online survey to get feedback from your customers and your followers. How likely will your customers use the technology? based on their profile, the demographic profile, and their answers to your surveys when you've got the results back? And how likely will your own team use the technology? That's another question you may want to ask. How will the technology help them in their daily work? How will it benefit them? And how can you communicate the benefits of the app technology to them? And this is something you will need to get your team involved in as early as possible in order to ensure that you get their input, and ultimately you will need their support to make things happen. So tip number 2, you can have a much higher read rate on your marketing campaigns. Apps have the ability to send out push notifications, which can be scheduled in advance to save time, much like you would do with your email marketing campaigns. However, the difference is that push notifications, when allowed on your users' smartphones, have an average 90% read rate as it pops up on your screen. So that's usually the first thing that you notice on your smartphone. And this is in contrast with emails, which can go unread for days or not read at all. Push notifications give a sense of immediacy to the user, and so tends to get read much more quickly. Now, I'm not really trying to knock email marketing or print campaigns here. There is always a place for them in your marketing mix. Sometimes, and especially so nowadays, this could mean integrating your different marketing channels, example, your emails, your social media, your messaging, and print in your campaigns all together in your campaigns in order to reach out to your audience who tend nowadays to access your business from more than one channel alone. So if you're promoting an offer or an event that's time sensitive, that takes advantage of the user's location and that encourages immediate action, or the offer has limited availability and is exclusively for that audience only, then push notifications could be an ideal way to market to your customers or to your followers. Or you could be sending out, for example, regular motivational messages to your customers, in which case push notifications are great if you don't want them to miss your messages amongst all the daily emails that they already get. Response rates to push notifications can also be further enhanced by integrating these push messages with your social media, i.e. the same message can be sent out on both platforms. Now, this is going to be helpful as some people may simply turn off their push notifications on your smartphones. So by including your push messages with your social media, you are increasing the chances of your messages being read. Here are some examples of creative uses of push notifications. So I have mentioned 3 examples here. One is from a travel company, TripAdvisor, the second from a cafe, and the third from a retail shop. Now, all this just to show you how you can create interest and generate some engagement from your customers. So the first example on your left is a push message sent by TripAdvisor, and it says, Omni Parker House is close to some great things to do, and you can save time by booking them right on your phone. So presumably this is a message sent out to a customer who's just booked a holiday experience with TripAdvisor here. And this message was sent out making some useful suggestions to the customers as to what other holiday places are nearby so that he or she can book them. So this is a fantastic upselling opportunity for TripAdvisor and for the customers. Second example is a cafe sending out a push notification which says, need an afternoon pick-me-up? Well, come to our happy hour from 2 to 3 p.m. for 20% off drinks. So this is a push message sent out by the business owner to presumably customers near where they are, people who work or live nearby the cafe, enticing them to come in, presumably during a relatively quiet time of the day, which is 2 to 3 p.m. for the cafe. So this is a fantastic way of increasing extra trade, encouraging more business, more footfall into the cafe during a relatively quiet time of the day by offering a little discount to their local customers. Third example is an offer sent out by a shoe shop announcing their sale, which is both online and in-store as well, and during the hours of 3 to 6 p.m. So again, this is a fantastic opportunity to increase local footfall, local traffic through an in-store sale, and also announcing this online sale to their customers as well through a push notification. Now, as I mentioned earlier, all these push notifications can be integrated with your social media feeds at the same time, thereby increasing the chances of your campaign messages being read by your followers or your customers. So now we move on to tip number 3, which is that you can get 5-star reviews easily and quickly on your Google My Business or your Facebook business pages from your happy customers. Now, you don't get that normally from the average website that you have, landing page, or your social media page. The fact remains that when someone has had a great experience interacting with your business, you can actually increase your chances of collecting on the spot positive reviews from them rather than to have to send reminders and wait for the feedback to come in, hoping that they would remember to find time to respond to you. So there's always a bit of a time lag for you to collect reviews from these people, regardless of how great an experience they've had with your business. So think about this. How many times have you thought to yourself, oh no, wish I had asked that very happy customer who's just went away, or that pleasant, friendly customer who've just bought our products in the shop. I wish I'd asked him to, or asked her to leave a review on my Google or my Facebook business pages. Well, now you can, and this time it won't be an afterthought, and it won't have to involve you chasing customers for reviews. So just to give you a real live example of a powerful powerful app marketing feature that we have, which is the ability to automate reviews from your users when they're at your event or when they're at your business premises or when they visited your app or purchased something from your app. Here you can set up usage triggers, and these usage triggers could be based on your customer visiting your location, could be based on the time of day or the page or the feature that your customer has visited on the app. Now, by setting these usage triggers, you can, for example, enable a pop-up on the app. So you see a pop-up here in the screen, and this pop-up will ask your users to give a very quick review after they've entered your shop, your office, or visited your event. And if the user taps on great on their smartphone screen, this review then goes straight to your Google My Business or your Facebook business review page, and it comes up immediately as a 5-star review. Now, users have the option of leaving more feedback if they choose so, rather than just a 5-star review. They can do so provided they have an account set up with either of these platforms, either Google or Facebook. If, however, your user taps on not good, well, don't panic. You will be alerted via email if this happens, and from then on, you'll be given the opportunity to mitigate the risk of a negative review with your customer. That's cool, isn't it? So now we've covered the 3 tips on how you can drive repeat sales with an app. Let's now discuss why apps aren't for every business and how do you know? To put this into context, if you are a startup or trading business, and if you have an office or a location where you meet your customers, that would normally be a good start for an app. However, there are still 2 main ingredients you will still need for your app to achieve any traction at all in the short to medium term. And if you haven't got either of these, then you will most probably struggle to get the app off the ground. So what are they? They are what I call content and community. What do I mean by that? So first, I'm going to talk about content here. Your business needs to be engaging, to be producing content in order to engage with your customers via the app. This sounds really obvious, but it takes planning, it takes some time and some effort to do so. So by content, this could be the events or the workshops that you organize and promote. This could also be a regular blog, a video channel, your social media, podcast, or a newsletter that you produce for your customers. Or it can be a campaign that you launch using the app as an engagement tool, interacting with your followers in a way your website and your social media don't do. So all of these can constitute your content. With an app, you will need to refresh your content regularly in order to attract users back to an app. Without any new content at all, your users won't really have a good reason to visit the app. And do remember that an app isn't really a substitute for a website. Secondly, community. Community is what your local customers, this will be your local customers, for example, with whom you cultivate a relationship with. This could also be your social media followers or your sales team even, who are out in the field and will therefore need access to quick, timely product or service information from your business. Or you may also have a mailing list of people that you're trying to nurture into paying customers here. Now, without a community of some sort, it's still possible for you to market the app, although you ideally need to be generating traffic and leads first. So until that happens, your app will struggle to get the downloads and the users that you are looking for in the short to medium term. So if you're at the stage of your business where you're not really ready to provide content, to build a following, or to have a base of customers that you can nurture, perhaps you should be looking at other marketing activities which will help you generate quicker results for you, especially given a limited budget that you have. So for example, you could be updating your website, or you could be creating landing pages to generate traffic and leads for a specific product or service that you're promoting. Or you could spend some time testing out your social media advertising to first create that awareness for your business. So we've now discussed the 3 tips for driving repeat sales with an app, and I also touched on 2 reasons why apps aren't for every business, and if so, where you could focus your marketing on. I hope that was helpful for you. Well, I certainly do hope so. So my question to you now is, would you now like to arm yourself with the right knowledge and support to ensure your app will be able to drive repeat sales for your business within 3 months? So if your answer to the question is yes, you will be pleased to know that I've created a bite-sized online course that you can watch whilst you're on the go, specifically to help you achieve this. So why an online course? If you recall, while building apps for our clients, I was really frustrated by the fact that many business owners I met wanted an app thinking this would be the magic pill for them, this would be the next shiny new toy, or that the app would solve their marketing problems for them, or that they would have an app built for them, but they didn't factor in the time it takes to plan, the time it takes to launch and to bring the app to market, or to simply tell their customers and the followers about the app. We've worked with many small businesses on this topic, and so we now have a good idea of what works and what doesn't work. And the research also shows that 40 to 60% of digital transformation projects fail across the board. I'm here to do my best to help you ensure that your marketing money will be well spent and you don't waste your valuable time and available resources focusing on projects that are unlikely to be successful. So this is the reason why I've built this online course. So what would you get out of the online course, Get Repeat Sales with an app in 90 days without breaking the bank? Well, you learned about mobile trends, online customer buying behavior, and how this impacts your business. You'll also find out exactly where apps fit into your marketing mix and how your business can benefit from it. We'll also discuss some cool features of apps and how you can launch, market, and track success of your app campaigns. Plus, you'll also know how to take action and the steps that are involved in making your app a success. You also have your questions answered during and after your course. So I'm there as your app marketing advisor every step of the way. So what specifically will you get out of this course? Well, you get 5 modules with pre-recorded webinars and introductions to these webinars. You'll also get some fun quizzes for each module to help you solidify your learning. You'll also get a 90-day checklist to plan, to build, to launch and market your new app, plus a bonus video to help you get started with your new mobile app. And furthermore, to help you along with your journey, you'll have access for a 90-day period to a dedicated Facebook group for free, where I'll be there on a daily basis to support you with the questions and the challenges that you face with getting your app off the ground. Now, information alone will only take you that far. You will still need to take action, and ideally, you will want to be able to share your experiences with other like-minded businesses, and that's where joining the Facebook group that I've set up will help you do that. And all of this will be for the affordable price of £89. And this is the launch price, which is valid till the 31st of July. I've also pledged 5% of all proceeds from this online course to a charity for the homeless in London. And this will be through Work for Good, which is a wonderful platform that allows businesses to give easily to charities of their choice. So for way less than the price of 2 front row tickets to a popular West End show, you'll get valuable information, continuing practical help and advice to get your app project off the ground. Now, what would that be worth to your business? To sign up for the course at the launch price of £89, valid till the end of this month, all you need to do is just tap on the link in the comments box below this webinar and you'll be taken to the course site. So based on some of the feedback that I've received so far, I've compiled a few commonly asked questions here, which I hope will be helpful for you. So question 1, who will the course benefit? If you're starting out with your business offering professional services, or if you sell products to consumers, you'd like to know how apps can help you engage with your consumers, or you could be an established business who wants to nurture more local customers quickly and cost effectively, and this course will teach you to do just that. Question 2, I'm not technically inclined, so how will this course help me? Well, you don't have to be technically inclined. This course is not a sales pitch for apps or websites or DIY platform to build your own app. This course has no product demos, nor is it meant for app or web developers here. There's no technical jargon in this course. There's only loads of marketing guidance to help you make the right decision. And if you do decide to have an app built, this course will show you what steps are and what's involved in it. If you do have questions during and after the course, you will have access to the Facebook group and you can reach me in there daily, as I'll be checking in every day. And what sort of apps will you be covering? So in this 1.5-hour course, I'll be focusing on apps for the consumers, example apps that support businesses that sell to consumers, such as a restaurant, fitness center, a networking organization, or you could be an events-based business, or you could be an accountancy firm or consultancy who's thinking of building an app for the first time. Question number 4, will you teach me how to build my own app? Well, the quick answer to the question is no, not really. In this course, we are focusing on things to consider when incorporating mobile technology into your business and how this can support your marketing or sales and generate a return on your investment. In other words, this course will help you to make a good sound decision on your marketing investment. So we will discuss the why, the when, and then the what and how of it. It's a business and marketing focused course, so therefore not one that teaches you how to build your own apps here. If you do decide to embark on a DIY app project yourself, Do bear in mind that unless you are familiar with app design and marketing and you do have some time to kill, a DIY app may save you money, although you still need to build, you still need to launch, and you still need to market your own app in order for it to succeed. This may be counterproductive for you. That time that you're going to spend may be better used perhaps doing the tasks that you're good at for your business. So question number 5, is this course pre-recorded or conducted live? This is going to be a 1.5 hour pre-recorded course with 5 bite-sized modules to help you learn whilst you're on the go. So once you sign up for the course and you join my Facebook group, I'll be sharing bite-sized videos there to help you with your learning. And I will from time to time invite other experts in, and I'll be checking in daily live, of course, to answer your questions so that you won't be doing this alone. Excuse my cough here. So, since the course went live in April, and whilst I was testing out the course, I've given the course access to some of my clients and colleagues who have had the chance to preview the course in beta. And so far, I'm really glad to say I've got good feedback here. So here's a sample of reviews that I've received on the course. And if you'd like to reach out to any of these people on social media, do let me know. So Raphael says, Joyce clearly knows mobile marketing and explains that in detail. I'm really enjoying the course. Very useful, very insightful, and the quiz is fun. And I do recommend this course. Naeem says, good course, easy to follow, and definitely given me ideas on how to build our first app. Julia says, a brilliant course that provides very clear insights. I love the fact that it constantly encourages the students to think about the best strategy and the specific priorities for their own businesses. I also love the little quizzes. And Alex says, a great course for anyone considering apps for their business. Great content, well executed with videos and visuals. I would definitely consider one for my bookings when my new website launches at the end of the year, and also recommend you to my clients. So if I can help you make the right decision on your app investment, apologies, excuse my cough again. I'm just recovering from a bad cough and a cold. So let me try this again. If I can help you make the right decision on your app investment, not only that, but help ensure you can generate a return on your app investment instead of making an expensive mistake that you can't afford to make, what would this be worth for your business? Now, you may go away after watching this webinar and you may forget about it. You may consider signing up for the course, but you're not 100% sure, or you may want to take action today. You may want to sign up and you may want to start learning today. Now, if you're considering signing up or you want to sign up today, all you need to do is tap on the comments section below this webinar and you'll be taken to the course page. And once you've created an account and you've made a payment on that page, and all this takes a couple of seconds, you'll be able to start your course immediately. Remember, the course is available at the launch price of £89, valid only till the end of this month. And this is way less the price of 2 front row tickets to a popular West End show. Plus, you also get a good overview of the subject. You also get valuable tips, continuing practical help to get your app project off the ground. Now, what would that be worth to your business? After the end of July, we'll be increasing our prices, so don't miss out. Sign up at the launch price now. And before you take on that app project, wouldn't you like to be adequately armed with the right information to make that investment? Well, if your answer is yes, then this course is specifically created just for you. If you do take that decision to build your own app, would you want to be able to get ongoing support from an app marketing specialist? Again, if the answer is yes, then joining this course will allow you to do just that. So this is Joyce. I'm the course instructor for this course, Get Repeat Sales with an App in 90 Days Without Breaking the Bank. And I really look forward to welcoming you to my course, to my Facebook group, and to the start of your marketing journey with me. Hope to see you soon. Bye for now.